Hi folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and once again we're going to play Tropico 4. We're just picking up where we left off in the last stream, so if you haven't checked that out yet, you may want to do that. Hi Robot Gamer, how are you? Hi Solicity, how are you? Hi Temptin, how are you? Hi Mystic Pack, maybe I will. Hi Ishwa, how are you? Oh, okay, no problem. Hi Jiri. Let's see, I'm wondering, I guess it was an autosave. Let's zoom out and see what we were doing here. Okay, so I think this is where we were. I'm not exactly 100% sure. It looks somewhat familiar. It's been a few days. But yeah, we're just picking up where we left off from the last stream. So some of this, if you haven't watched that last stream, some of it may seem a little advanced, but you can always watch it later if you want. This is sort of like SimCity, but with a Tropican theme. You have to build a Tropican island, different buildings, different things like that. You've also got, money in the lower left-hand corner, an approval rating you have to worry about. There's quests that you can do. Master. I'm not a master, thank you. Let's go ahead and check my approval rating here. Alright, so entertainment's at 52%, housing's at 48%. I'm looking for the ones that need improved. Alright, housing's the worst out of all of them. Now at the moment there's 12 free job positions and 0 unemployed. That means that we don't have enough people to man these structures. So I'm going to hold off on creating any more job buildings and then focus on housing instead. So let's see here. We'll put air conditioning on these units here. That'll improve their overall quality. We do have some houses that we just put down. Let's go ahead and do more of that. Housing. It is a pretty fun game. There's a bit of a learning curve associated with it, though, just FYI. We could do some apartment blocks. We'll pay the 2,000, unlock that. And we can put the apartment block, I guess. I like to put them near the garages when possible. Alright, there's a garage here, so I'm going to put the apartment here and an apartment here.
We have just received information that Tropico has been classified as filthy rich in the annual economic charts.
It looks like these bunkhouses don't have anyone living in it, which is fine. The bunkhouses are probably the worst out of the lot. Jerry, you said so noob, and then now you're advertising your channel on mine. So, like, would you like me to block you? Is that what you're looking for me to do? No, I appreciate it, Ishwa. That's cool. No, I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for doing so.
Presidente, the international markets have collapsed.
I'm probably going to. If he does anything else that is not appropriate, then I will ban him. Alright, welfare and economy. There's clinic. How about a hospital? Yes, I can see you, Temptin. Custom office. Yeah, we do want one of these. These will assist in increasing our export prices, which is definitely going to bring in more money in the end. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw one of those down. 16 new immigrants have arrived. That's good. So 17 are unemployed now, 5 free job positions. Alright, so that's good. So we can create a few more buildings that require jobs. I do want to get tourism started. Pretty good. How about you? So I think what I'll do to start tourism, well, first we need a tourist stock. Question is, where are we going to put the tourists? Are we going to put the tourists on this side of the island? Are we going to put them over here? I guess we'll put them over here because the power is right here, and some of our touristic buildings will require power. So I'm going to put down a tourist stock here, and we do need to connect that with roads. So infrastructure. Why do I always stream so late? Right now it's 6:18 p.m. where I am, EST. So it depends on what part of the world you're in. I have played Faster Than Light. In fact, that was my very first press copy ever. Like, that was the first game I got a press copy for, FTL. And I've covered it a few times on my channel. I even beat the game in one of my playthroughs. Not the advanced version, though. I think it was last year, they actually patched the game with an advanced version of the game, which is way tougher, but offers more content. I haven't beaten that yet, but I did beat the original game. Oh, you're in the UK. Yeah, I'm in the US. I'm going to move my portrait of myself over so you can actually see the goals over here. Export goat cheese. Well, on my phone, it is 6:31. Well, last time I checked my phone, it was quarter after, but I've been known to be wrong. Auto Scout. For FTL, really? That's cool. I want to go ahead and quick build this. I also want a garage over here too. That way people can come and go. Alright, so now that we've got the tourist stock...
A minor political incident occurred today. The wife of an anonymous U.S. ambassador was stopped at the customs office because her husband had declared her as...
No Scottish rule, I didn't.
The woman was later
I'm still
proper duties
building what I did from the previous stream. I'm just starting my little tourism over here to sort of supplement my income a bit. So yeah, I've still got all my other stuff over here. Yeah, that's correct, Pixel Blitz. It's like SimCity, but it's got a Caribbean theme, but it's way more complicated. Just as an example, you build housing for your Tropicans. You can set the rent for these places, individual rent, or you can set rent for all buildings of the same type. But what they can pay is 1/3 of their wage. And to find out what they make, if you click on a building that they work at, say a farm over here, go to manage, their wage is 6 right now. So because their wage is 6 and this tenement is charging 1, they can afford it, because at most they would be able to afford 2. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So yeah, it's a money-making economy. There's also some politics in here. Basically, make money and keep the people happy and stay in office. There's an approval rating in the bottom left-hand corner. You can click on this down here, and there's an almanac. You can see how many unemployed you have, free job positions, the average Caribbean pay, happiness, where it's coming from, food quality, housing, religion, entertainment, healthcare, crime, environment, liberty, job quality, respect, overall happiness. Yeah, I tried to, Tomo. And there's a lot of other menus here. So this is probably my favorite game of all time, Tropico. Like, it started with Tropico 1, which was as hard as nails, and I had to replay several times. But then Tropico 3 was introduced, and it made the game so much easier and more accessible. And then Tropico 4 was very similar to Tropico 3, but Tropico 4 is just, it's got more stuff. Tropico 5 is also very similar, but it's a different beast in some of its mechanics. But anyway, that was probably more information than you wanted. I just tried to explain a complex game in a matter of 30 seconds, which didn't work too well, I guess. There's also the ability to do, to make your money. Yeah, there is a lot to focus on. Hi, Vilson. You can export things to make money, like your farms, for example. You can do corn, banana, papaya, pineapple, coffee, tobacco, or sugar, and you'll notice that the color is changing on the land as I'm toggling between them. The green is good, red is bad. That's basically telling you how fertile the land is for that particular crop type. And then you can turn that sugar into, say, rum, assuming that you've got the correct production building. There's industry here. Like, there's furniture. You can turn lumber into furniture. Rum, you can turn rum into, or sugar into rum. You can turn tobacco that you're growing into cigars. You can export all those things for more money. Oh yeah, I understand, Pixel Blitz. Yeah, this is, it's got a learning curve, but it's also very satisfying and fun. I got so much playtime out of this, it's ridiculous. But you can export stuff for money. In addition to that, there's tourism. So if you don't want to focus on an economy, you can focus on tourism. So basically, if you go to the tourism menu here, you can build like motels, hotels, different things like that, and tourists will arrive on the island and pay money. You can set the fee manually, or you can set an auto occupancy fee. I always set a manual fee of like, for the cheapies, I do like, say, 20 or so. There is some crafting involved. There's some production chains involved. Like, you can do agriculture and be done with it. Like, you don't have to do industry at all. You can export coffee, you can export tobacco, you can export sugar. You'll make money doing it. But the more advanced buildings in the game have a high maintenance cost. So you're going to need some industry to make more money.
Some Colombian barons have larger armies than
Oh, and there's also an army element. If the people don't like you, there could be rebellions. If the U.S. doesn't like you or the USSR doesn't like you, they can invade. So you're going to need an army to sort of protect yourself, assuming that you're on the bad side of anybody. So there's a little bit of that. There's also education in this game. There's uneducated workers. There's educated workers, both high school and college. You need a high school for high school workers and a college for college workers. And different buildings require different levels of education. The farms, as you can imagine, require uneducated workers, whereas some of your industrial buildings require like high school education. The government here, this council of ministers, requires college level people. You can hire them from abroad, or you can choose from people that you already have. I like to hire, this is just a personal preference, but when I'm creating my ministry, I do everyone from abroad. I just hire foreign experts. And the reason I do that is so I'm not taking my college workers away from what they were originally doing, because they get better at the job that they're doing as they do it. So if a farmer is a farmer for 20, 30 years, whatever, they become better at it. You cannot invade other people, unfortunately. You can only defend. Yeah, yeah. Don't forget the army. I mean, I'm usually good enough to where I don't have to worry about an army. I do have an armory here. I mean, I can show you what else you can make. I do have an armory, but your armory or your military buildings actually lower your liberty rating. So in order for you to offset that, you need media buildings in order to offset that. And military is also a drain on your finances too. It is a very in-depth game. It is. But at the same time, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. And I am not the kind of person that likes in-depth games. Like I just bought War Game Red Dragon and I got my ass kicked. Excuse my French. Because there was so many units and I didn't know what the heck was going on. And I'm overwhelmed by it. I was overwhelmed by this originally too, but after 30, 40 hours, I finally got the hang of it. Can you build a wall? No, but you can build... Let me see. Let me go to my military. Armory. There's army base. There's a guard station, fire station, foreign office, prison, immigration office. So, like, you can build an immigration office. The way you get people into your island is by immigration. But with the immigration office, you can sort of like set... All right, I need more educated workers, so... I'm going to set it to that.
Great concern has seized
Ban
me as I
elections.
watch
Man.
how the rest of
Oh,
Tropico
that's another thing. Edicts. You can enact different edicts, like under the General Edict tab here. You can hold early elections. You can do tax cuts to make people happy. You can enable Social Security. You have to pay $12 monthly for each person, but unemployed, the retired people and students get free money so that they can afford housing. Hi, Colton. The 1800s. Yeah, it's the year 1964. Now, this is the Modern Times expansion. So at some point, I will be unlocking buildings that are not available to me right now. Like, I will be getting bio farms, for example, to replace these regular farms, and these bio farms are much more efficient.
Comandante, our army is our top priority. We should have a minister.
I already have a defense minister, so I just completed that objective. I'm also supposed to export goat cheese, which is what I'm working on right now. These are just side quests. This is just a sandbox mode, and you can set different levels of difficulty whenever you're doing that. The map type, you can generate new maps. You can set the amount of minerals that are on the map, like you can mine. Like, not only can you chop down trees for lumber, but if we go to, say, the mine option here, we'll look around the map and see things that are like, okay, here's red. That's copper. So right now I'm mining out copper. There should be some other ones too. Yeah, there's copper here, and I think this is bauxite. Any yellow would be gold, but I don't see gold anywhere. There's also oil deposits on the island too. Hi, Bronny. So right now I've got 232 people. Housing quality 50%. That's good. Job quality is 46%. People aren't happy about that. I'm going to go ahead and raise everyone's wages. Right now my uneducated workers are being paid 6. So I'm going to go ahead and raise that to 8. And then I'm going to set the wage for all uneducated workers with this button here. So I don't have to go around raising the wages for each uneducated building. I just click one button, and now all uneducated workers are being paid 8. Same thing with high school. I'm going to go to my high school. And these are high school workers, so I'm going to set their wage to 12. And then set wage for all high school workers to 12. And then college, they're being paid 20. I'm going to leave them alone. I think that's high enough. Is there a volcano? I don't see one on this. Oh, there. Yes, it does. Yes, there's a volcano, and yes, it will explode. Thanks for telling me. I'm going to put down a fire department. Just in case. Natural disasters do happen. I'm going to go ahead and put down a fire station, just in case something happens. And there's different modes you can put these buildings into, like cat and tree. The housing quality of all nearby buildings increases by 10. Building inspections. The upkeep of nearby buildings is decreased by so many %. Special training. The firemen wake up at 3:30 just to listen to the drill bill. They gain 50% faster skill, but their job quality is decreased by 10. So there's different modes that they can be put into these buildings. Alright, what does this want? Build a city park.
Peace and love. Let's build something that will get us on the way to a greener, healthier life.
Alright, city park. I can do a city park, I suppose. I'll put the city park, let's see. That'd be landmarks and beauty, I think. Maybe. Yeah, here it is, city park. It's huge! Where am I going to put it? I could throw it over here, I guess. Yeah, I'll just throw it over here. There. That should keep the tourists happy. Natural disasters, yes, there are tornadoes, there's tsunamis, there's volcanoes. There's different things like that. Uprisings, rebel
Sir,
threat. Oh.
The number of rebels on the island is growing higher. We should take adequate precautions.
Alright. Oh, actually, you get your wish,
Felicity.
Felicity.
Speak, sir. To arms!
The rebels are
To
attacking. I've got 8 army, and he's got 4, so I think they're attacking this farm here. Oh, hold on.
Presidente, Tropicans await elections next year. They wish to show their everlasting love and respect for you. They may have used different words, but that does not matter.
Where do you want me to move the chat box? Because right now it's not in the way of anything as far as I can tell. You mean this chat box or this chat box? Am I going to make another stream? Probably. I mean, I could move the chat box, I suppose, down here. Like I could do that. I don't need to do any speeches, but yes, I will hold elections. I've got 177 votes to 3. People are happy with me. Alright, the rebels are attacking. But, yeah, we're destroying them. I think. Yeah, it's 5-1 right now. Oh, no! Shoot him! I'm waiting for my other army to show up. Oh, there we go. There we go. The rebels are down.
A decisive victory for our brave soldiers, Commandante.
Where's my president? He
Are
is...
you a rebel?
Inside the farm, I guess.
Are you tired
What
of
is it now?
Presidente's
Are
army
you a rebel?
beating you
I think he's inside the
left,
farm.
right, and center? You need bigger guns, and we are selling. If you call in the next 5 minutes, you will also receive a patriotic flag and a free detonator.
What matter requires
There he
President's
is.
attention?
You do realize that's a lot of games, Colton. There he
What
is.
is it now?
He's just gonna walk into traffic, I guess, and get run over. Yeah, he's just sort of strolling along like, yeah, nothing happened. There's my president. I've got the graphics turned down, that's why it looks kind of crappy. I'm just trying to keep the frames per second up, that's all. Yeah, let's go ahead and get more army.
Coming through!
Let's do, Hi, Storm, how are you? I'm gonna go ahead and do an army base. Put that down here. There we go. And let's go ahead and put some tourism buildings down so people can be happy attractions. I can put down like a scenic outlook. I'll put down cocktail bar. People will like that, I'm sure. We can put down beach site. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, my president can be creepy. Yeah, glad you can make it, Storm. Does your population go... Yes, population will go down if someone dies. Like, if you don't have adequate health care, for example, your population will drop. That's where your immigration office comes in handy. If you have an immigration office, you can improve the amount of people that you're bringing in every time a ship arrives by, say, 10% or 20%. So if you're constantly losing people, your immigration office can help offset that. People will also leave your island if they're not happy. So right now my approval is 64%, which is great. That's actually really good. When it drops to like 40% or lower, that's when people actually start leaving, which is bad because then your buildings go unworked, you don't make any money, and you go downhill from there.
Comrade, we have a plan that will speed up the arrival of the communist revolution by 37%.
All right, I'll give them money. The USSR and the US will give you money every year, and if you stay on their good side, they'll give you more money. So I'll give them money, and they'll give me money in return. Can I do block story later? Depends. I'll see. I have to take a look at the views on the different videos and see which one I want to do.
Agent Sasha,
The
I
more
am
views
happy
I get,
that you were able to leave your super
you know,
secret
the more
bunker
likely
in
I'll do
Russia in
a
order
stream
to
of that
join us.
video.
I have always wanted to ask you, what do you use to make your
How do you make them mad?
Comrade Summit,
You don't give them their
among our brothers
here, if you click on this happiness
to
here,
spread the light of communism.
I'll
for
wait till they stop
future
talking.
Generations. Yes, yes, this is good and all, but really, I want to know how you got that gorgeous hair.
The radio will sometimes talk. Anyway, how do you make them mad? Well, there are multiple categories for happiness. There's food quality, housing quality, religion. If I don't have a church, that religion quality will drop. Healthcare, if there's no hospitals or clinic, that'll drop. No police station, crime safety drops. No media buildings, liberty drops. No housing, housing drops. So just basically don't provide for their needs and they'll get mad at you. How do you get another country's good side? Basically, you do side quests. There are quests that you can do. Some countries, like the USSR, prefer a communist approach to things. So, like, if you focus too much on industry, they'll get mad at you. But the US will like the fact that you did that. Whereas if you focus on agriculture, the USSR will like you, but the US may not. The USSR will also get mad at you if you don't have housing for your people. So there's different factors that go into this. And you can also do side quests as well and make them happy. At the moment, I'm constructing various buildings. I might need another construction office. Let's see how many unemployed we have. We've got 25 unemployed. Oh yeah, we could stand to use some more structures to help that up. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build a construction office. That way more people can... That way we have more people constructing things. I'm going to build a Teamsters office. Teamsters will transport things around the island, like finished goods to your dock, so that you can make money. So they're basically your movers. So we need those. Alright. Oh, and yeah, we could do some more motels too. More tourism. Skyscraper, how about that? Not connected to the electrical grid. Okay, so that means we need more wind turbines for that. Let's go ahead and get more wind turbines. I can do a power plant, but I kind of like the wind turbines. They don't pollute or anything like that. There we go. And then we'll create a substation so that we can extend that power. There's a green grid here that stops at a certain point. If we put it, say, like right here at the edge of that grid, that green grid will then extend further out to other places. Yeah, it's possible to be on both good side. In fact, let me see where I'm at right now.
Never fear, Presidente is here.
Factions. Alright. Capitalist, communist, intellectuals, religious. Yeah, I'm on everyone's good side for the most part. And then foreign. U.S. relations are at 100%. USSR is 100. EU is 100%. China and Middle East are both at 65%. So at the moment, I'm doing very well as far as keeping people happy. And then as far as trading goes, it gives you the price of all of the different commodities in the game. Like fine jewelry sells for 10,140 a unit, whereas bananas only sell for 1616 a unit. The skyscraper, unfortunately, isn't all that big compared to some of the other buildings that you get. And it's a tourist attraction as well. So I'm going to wait until... But I do plan to put more buildings here at some point. But I do want to get a... let's get a skyscraper hotel in here. We'll set that to a manual fee. People... Okay, tourists will need to pay, let's say, 35 ought to do it. Hi, Springtrap. How are you? The location of your island,
My dear
the Caribbean,
President,
I'm not exactly sure
election
where.
day draws near.
Yeah, there should be no need for fraud. You don't have to hold elections, but people will get mad at you if you don't. You can also fudge the numbers a bit too, but people lose respect for you if you do that.
The rebels are launching an attack as I speak, sir. To arms! To arms!
Another attack, jeez. Well, I've got 10 army versus 4 rebels.
Congratulations, Presidente. You have won the elections. People are content that no incidents occurred during the elections. You have their trust and all the credibility of our young democracy.
Alright, so where's the... We're gonna have to get more military, I think.
Presidente, the international markets are rising again. The Western media say that the free market has saved us once again, while the Eastern ones speak of the perseverance of communism.
Alright, so I'm going to put, since we are attacked a lot over here, I'm going to go ahead and put a guard tower, guard station here somewhere. Maybe over here. Actually, I'll just put it back here. There's a lot of houses, yeah, a lot of shacks back here. I'm going to need more housing, I think.
A decisive victory for our brave soldiers, Commandante.
I think I'm doing okay. The rebels are the only thing that I'm having a tough time with at the moment, but once I have a lot of military, that's not going to matter. I could also do... Okay, I could do another armory. I guess I'll do a second guard station. Why not? But so far, so good. Alright, we're waiting for these structures to be built. Construction in this game does take time. Any way to get rid of the rebels completely? Not really. There's always going to be someone that's upset with you, but you can limit that by keeping everyone happy via this happiness here. Job quality is still 47%. I might have to raise wages again. All right, I'm going to put them up to 10 for every uneducated worker, up to 10. And yeah, that's good. Let's see how that works. In Tropico 5, there are tanks. In this game, there are no tanks or helicopters or anything like that.
Dear Tropico,
Hi, Meep. How are you?
join me in taking a moment of silence, because I have a horrible hangover from a girls' night out at the cocktail bar last night. In unrelated news, Penultimo is suffering from a moderate concussion caused by blinking too loud near me.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and build the modern apartment block. That's part of the new... again, the timeline does update, so new buildings will be available. I had apartments before. Now they're modern apartment blocks. So I guess we'll get these down. Put one here. Put one over here. We still want some tenements, though, so that the uneducated can still live somewhere. So I will put down some tenements, maybe here. That should help out. Are there really nukes? No. There's no nukes per se. You can build a nuclear program, but you can't actually nuke anyone, and you cannot be nuked. I'm okay, thanks, Meat. Let's see if I have biofarms yet. Nope. There's a supermarket. I can put a supermarket down. Yeah, I'll get a super skyscraper whenever I can.
Presidente, our old apartments are ruining the skyline of our city.
Alright, we'll upgrade all apartments. There we go. Have you played Civilization Revolution? I have not. I was thinking about getting it for the, was it the Xbox 360 or the Wii, but I've never picked it up. I heard it was too simplistic and that you couldn't pick, like, in Civilization you can actually choose who your opponents are in that. I heard that in Revolution you didn't have that freedom, but I don't know. I've never played it. I don't know yet. I'm not sure what games I'm looking forward to, honestly. I bounce around so often. Yeah, I know they do. They give a lot of tax money. I'm waiting for the, I don't know if we have it now or not. Again, this is modern times, so I have to wait for the building to actually show up. Weather station, sanatorium. No, I don't have it yet. Industry. Why don't I do an industry? We'll go ahead and do rum, I think. We'll get some industry down. Start making some money that way. I've seen the volcano erupt before, yes. And it may this time. I'm not sure. I don't know if it does. I'm pretty sure it does in the sandbox. But it hasn't yet. The new one isn't too bad. I've been playing Civilization 6, and it's actually really kind of fun. It's a little complicated though. Like, it introduces a new mechanic where there are adjacency bonuses, and there's different districts too. So that's a different idea that I'm not used to. So if you're new to Civilization, like, I would go with Civilization 4, possibly 4 or 5. 6 is a little different, I'd say. And a little bit expensive at this point, too. Is there a mega skyscraper? I'm not sure. There's some office buildings that you can build that act as workplaces, and people will work there. They're pretty tall. But we're not there yet on the timeline.
And now, Father Jim with comments on the new rum factory.
The God-fearing Tropico
Business Center, for
always
example,
made
that
him
doesn't come to the
proud
year
for our daily praise of the
1978.
Lord.
From the
Now,
looks
with
of it.
the
Oh,
wonder qualities of
1976.
rum, we will send our joy to God, and He will give us His blessing.
So 1976 is when this business center will unlock. Got an organic ranch coming in 1968, so pretty soon, if not already. Alright, so now that we've got our rum distillery up and running, they require high school workers, so I need to make sure that we've got enough of those. It looks like we're teaching some uneducated right now, some students. So once they graduate, they should move over to the rum distillery. What does the religion do in the game? Well, it's one of the things that keep people happy. Religion quality is that all of this contributes. Food, housing, religion, entertainment, healthcare, crime, all of that contributes to your overall happiness score. So this 66% right here matches this 66% in the lower left-hand corner. So religion is one part of your happiness score. All right, let's go ahead and get another industry down. Chemical plant. We could do a chemical plant, sure. No input required for this thing, which is nice, but it is expensive to build. Yeah, I don't need to import anything. I don't know why I'm importing corn. Forbid. I built the supermarket, and by default it imports corn, but I don't need to do that. I've got plenty of food. Speaking of food, let me go ahead and just build... I guess I'll build a few more farms just for the heck of it. Or make room for those bio farms that I'm about to get. So I'll just put roads over here. Yep, there's the bio farm. Okay, so let me put... there's corn. I'll put the corn one down over here.
Presidente, it seems that after years of collecting the Dictator Life monthly magazine, our prudent Minister of Economics has accumulated a huge number of coupons.
Another bio farm will do. Yeah, let's put this down here. There we go. Another bio farm, and then finally one for cash crops. Coffee, tobacco, sugar. This game, it's fairly difficult. I'll admit that. It takes time to get used to. Organic ranch. I'll put one of these down here. There we go. So all of our food issues should be totally fine now, assuming we had any in the first place. Got a chemical plant here. We also got a free tobacco plant, or cigar factory, so I'm going to put that down. And that'll produce cigars from tobacco that we're growing. Now, if necessary, I can demolish these farms over here if they're getting in the way, because the bio farms do that job too. Okay, so I think this might be a good stopping point. Maybe I'm probably gonna look for another game to play and stream. I'm not sure yet. DGA streams. There we go. Save. So yeah, stay tuned. If you guys haven't already, feel free to subscribe. That way you can stay up to date with any new content. As far as what game I'm going to be streaming in a moment here, I am not sure what it's going to be. But I'll have to look at the views on my YouTube channel. And Redcon. Yeah, again, I'm going to look at my views and see which one I'm getting the most of. And then go with that one more than likely. So you guys take care. I'll see you in a little bit, hopefully. Have fun.